Yes, now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Thomas Rants YouTube channel. It is November 15th, and in a few hours, I should be going to sleep, but I will be staying awake to meet the demands of the American time zones to watch the Jake Paul Mike Tyson card. Now, I'll give my opinion on that actual fight in a second. First, I want to talk about some of the undercard fights. The only undercard fights I'm familiar with, because there's a lot of weird names, is the Niraj Goya versus Whindersson Nunes fight. This is, Niraj Goya, I know from when he did the whole video with, trying to beef Jake Paul, and not actually seen much of unboxing or anything of unboxing really. Whindersson Nunes, I understand, is a big person in his country, much like Niraj Goya. He's not a pro boxer, but he's had some boxing fights. He's done well against some opponents, knocked some people out, but he got absolutely peppered by King Kenny in the Kingpin semi-finals, and then he fought on Misfits, and he had a close fight with my mate Nate and still lost. So he's got some decent boxing ability. Not too good of a fighter though. But again, I've not seen what Niraj Goyat is capable of, but he does have a pro record with about 16 fights. So if my prediction, to be smart here, I'd probably go with Niraj Goyat. It would probably be the small prediction, so I'm just going to go with that. But the co-main event is the fight I've really been excited for. The fight I wouldn't say care about most on the card, but pretty much care about most on the card, and that's Amanda Serrano, Katie Taylor 2. The first fight was nominated, I think was nominated for Fight of the Year, best female fight of all time, biggest female fight of all time, female main event in Madison Square Garden. Amanda Serrano, Katie Taylor went to the final bell. The ending of the fight was them just trading blows. Katie Taylor got the split decision. Some people disputed it, some people didn't. Very close fight, closest fight in the whole of women's boxing, and they're on their back. Absolute legendary fight. Now in this fight, again, both women are so good. And honestly, if I had to pick my favourite female fighter, it would be Katie Taylor. Every time Katie Taylor fights, there's some hype behind it. It's just great. So I'm going to back Katie Taylor as, first of all, I love the Irish accent. Second of all, not sure if I'm wearing iron shears, but UK represent. So I'm picking Katie Taylor over Amanda Serrano. Do I think anyone's going to knock anyone out? No. Do I hope Katie Taylor can knock out Amanda Serrano? Go ahead. But I think Katie Taylor wins another split decision. 2-0 for Katie Taylor against Amanda Serrano. Now the main event, Jake Paul, Mike Tyson. Now when this fight was announced, my initial opinion was, what the fuck you doing? Don't do this fight. Let me tell you why. Mike Tyson was a 58-year-old man. At the time, 57. Now he's 58. 58-year-old man. Jake Paul is 28. That's a 30-year difference. Immediately, you should not be putting someone in a fight when there is 30 years difference. Never. That's either a 30-year-old man fighting a toddler, or a 40-year-old man fighting a 10-year-old, or a 58-year-old man fighting a 28-year-old man. It doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. Never, right? Mike Tyson might be one of the biggest legends in boxing, might still be able to punch. He cannot move that fast as Jake Paul. He will not have as much endurance as Jake Paul, and he will definitely not take a fight like Jake Paul. Now, plus, right? The fight was originally meant to happen in July. Right? That fight got postponed. Why did it get postponed? Because Mike Tyson had a stomach ulcer, right? You're probably thinking, it's a stomach ulcer. It's an illness problem. With Mike Tyson's old age, he has an illness problem. So not only was Jake Paul fighting an old man, again, he's fighting an old man who just had an illness problem that prevented him from exercising. That's a problem. That's a problem originally. Now, I can see why the fight was made. Netflix probably went to Jake Paul, Mike Tyson, he has a big money opportunity. Let's do this, right? Lots of money. Biggest event of the year, Austin, Texas. Mike Tyson, biggest legend of all time. Jake Paul, massive name today. Such a mismatch of a fight, but such like a fantasy fight. Let's make a lot of money. But it's just wrong. Unless Mike Tyson comes out of nowhere and just completely defies odds and outboxes Jake, or knocks him out, or just anything, and wins, fair play. But if if you're thinking realistically, Jake Paul's got the speed, he's got the youth, he's got the strength, the power, he's got the chin over Mike Tyson. This is not prime Mike Tyson who went in there wildly and knocked everyone out. This is not the same Mike Tyson that had such killer instinct that he would bite a man's ear off in the ring. He's been shown killer instinct when he's been slapping Jake and he's been getting mad at reporters and stuff like that. That doesn't mean nothing, right? That could be an act for all we know. I believe him. I believe he might be in that spirit. But he's never been in the ring in a competitive fight since his prime, since his days. The Roy Jones Jr. fight 4 years ago was not competitive. That was an exhibition. This is pro fight. First of all, pro fight with 14-ounce gloves and 2-minute rounds. That's not a professional fight. You can't have a professional men's fight with 2-minute rounds. The only professional fights with 2-minute rounds are the female fights. The only professional fights are 10-ounce gloves. What are you doing? 14-ounce gloves, 2 minutes. That's not a professional fight. Why is it done that? And that's what pissed me off. Jake Paul is happily going in there with an old version of Mike Tyson. He's got the name, but he's not got the ability. It is not the same Mike Tyson we used to know. And he's going to go in there with a pro fight and he's going to wipe out Mike Tyson. He's going to take this man's legacy. I know Mike Tyson's been saying he doesn't care about the legacy, but he's going to ruin it for all of us. He's going to ruin it for the boxing fans. He's going to ruin it for the name of boxing. He wants, on Mike Tyson's pro record, at the big age of 58, to have a loss to Jake Paul. Jake Paul wants to sit there and take credit for obliterating an old decrepit Mike Tyson and putting it on their pro record and saying, yeah, that was legit. That's disgusting, in my opinion. It's disgusting. Especially if Jake Paul had the health problems going in the fight. I would have said, you know what, this fight's fair. You know, old man versus unhealthy man. Fair. But when Mike Tyson's had the health problems, nah. And old as well, make it an exhibition. Fine, make it an exhibition, make your money. When you're talking pro, you're changing the rules of the pro fight. Nah, you're just ruining everything. You're just ruining everything. So my heart says I would love to see Mike Tyson go in there and smoke Jake Paul. I'd love to see Mike Tyson go in there and just do that. The only way that's happening is in the first 2 rounds, maybe Mike Tyson can catch Jake Paul with a great shot, because Mike Tyson is not a slow fighter. He's not a jabber. He's not a sticker and mover. Mike Tyson is an aggressive fighter. He's a put it on you. We've been seeing the combinations he's been training. He's going to run in there with combinations. At his age, with the cut-up videos, Mike Tyson is only going to be able to do that for so long. I give it 2 rounds. Mike Tyson has 2 rounds to get Jake Paul out of there. If not, Jake Paul's just going to jab, stick, and move. He's just going to... He'll either outpoint him and just take an easy win, or you'll just get past 2 rounds and then start hurting Mike and just knock him out, and it's gonna be horrible. So my heart says, please, Mike Tyson, do him over. But my brain says it would be stupid to not put my money on Jake. I'm not betting on this, because anyone who bets on this is stupid, to be honest. You cannot bet on things like that. Bet on Anthony Joshua, Daniel Dubois. Probably a lot of people lost money on that fight, but don't bet on Jake Paul, Mike Tyson. Look, please, Mike, but it won't happen. Jake Paul's gonna outbox him, land a good shot, maybe hurt him, maybe knock him out. I'd love to be wrong. I hope people come in his comment section in the morning and be like, you were wrong. I hope that happens. I genuinely do. Honestly, I want to be wrong, but I don't think I am. Anyways, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.